you. The honourable member for Lethbridge East, followed by Drumheller Stettler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll start by expressing my condolences to the family and friends of Wade Galloway, a recently first-time elected member to our City Council who was lost as a result of an avalanche. He was an exceptional member of the Lethbridge community, and this tragedy has resonated throughout our city. Therefore, the question is to the Minister of Tourism, Parks and Recreation. Can you explain what is being done to monitor snowpack conditions, warn of potential dangers, and the necessary precautions that should be followed?
The Honourable Minister of Tourism, Parks and Recreation.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'd certainly like to echo the comments of the honourable member, not just for the family of Mr. Galloway, but to the families and friends of others who have either lost lives or suffered injury in what has been a particularly tragic year this past winter. Alberta Parks operates a series of remote monitoring stations throughout Kananaskis country, throughout the backcountry, that gives us regular information on the condition of the snowpack, and that information is then transmitted to the Canadian Avalanche Centre, and that information is then used to inform the public as to the changing conditions of the snowpack in the backcountry.
First supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the same minister, what kind of capacity does our government have to respond to the event of an avalanche? Not by passing it on, but the government itself.
Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, thank you. In fact, Alberta Parks employs public safety officers in all of our parks, and they've been unfortunately rather busy this past winter. And in fact, in many situations, Mr. Speaker, they are the first responders on site, and they often assist with emergency personnel to attempt the rescue or the recovery of people who have been caught in avalanches. They've been, as I say, very busy, and they've worked cooperatively throughout the period of time to provide the necessary services to visitors to the backcountry, to Kananaskis country in particular.
Final supplemental.
Thank you. It is along the same lines as the answer. But can the minister? How can the ministry help proactively to educate the general public, municipalities, and tourist operators about the dangers of avalanches?
Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, that is a very good question. Certainly education and public information are essential in order to provide the general public with as much information in their hands as possible so they can then access and use the backcountry as safely as possible. Again, through our cooperative work with the Canadian Avalanche Centre, we provide information to the general public through regular avalanche bulletins and through traditional as well as social media, up-to-date, real-time information as to the changing condition of the snowpack, so that those venturing into the backcountry, into areas where avalanche danger could exist, can access that area as safely as humanly possible.